Welcome back to the Chelsea Career Mode on FC24. We currently sit second in the table. However, we play fourth, we play fifth, and we play first in today's episode with our new big money signings. Victor Osimhen signed in January for £135-ish million. Jamal Musiala signed for £200 million. So we have significantly improved in the transfer window, and hopefully our fortunes will significantly improve as well. We've had actually a decent run of form, but we have had to come to a replay in the FA Cup against Swansea, which isn't great. We lost to West Ham, which wasn't superb. Other than that, we've been pretty good since the middle of November, winning the majority of games, but that game against West Ham was a real pain in the backside, and to obviously not just brush past the Championship side in the FA Cup was annoying too, meaning that we have to have that one today as well. We won't be going month at a time for the rest of the season, at least that's not the intention right now, because the fixture list is very busy and we want to concentrate on as many competitions as we can. So, and with the fixture list being as it is, Man United, Arsenal and Liverpool in a row in the Premier League, they all kind of need to be played really, don't they? So we want to play Leverkusen in the Champions League, so we'll play the 3 league games, sim the cup game, but if I have to jump in to make sure, then I will do so. And it might be a slightly elongated episode today, but I'm not going to waste much more time getting in. Let me say thank you to Michael for joining the Patreon, the VIP tier. Really appreciate that, Matt. Thank you very much. Mate, thank you very much indeed. Thank you to those of you on the board behind me as well. We have Monty. We have, brain. I always turn around at just the wrong time, don't I? We have Monty, we have Big Bunny, and we have Harshal Patel. Thank you very much to the 3 of you for your support in the comment section. Do keep those comments coming, and you stand a chance of being on the board behind me, and of course it really helps the channel out as well, so thank you very much for that. Right, Chelsea versus Manchester United to start, then Arsenal, then Swansea, then Liverpool. It's going to get progressively more and more difficult, I think, as the episode goes on, so let's start as well as we can and take it from there. Manchester United starting lineup sees Jadon Sancho on the left-hand side and Rashford dropped to the bench. Gerard Moreno through the middle with Antony on the right. Amrabat, Eriksson and Fernandes. Alaba, Thiago Silva, Martinez and Hakimi with Onana in goal. Man United were the side that were leading the way and dominating everybody they played until about 6 in-game weeks ago. Then they just pooed the bed. And it's gone downhill ever since. They find themselves in 4th now. They were winning every single game, and now they've only got 2 wins in the last 5. It's all gone to pot for them, but wouldn't it be absolutely typical if they find their way back to form against me? Into Nkunku. Nice sharp turn. Beats the man who threw himself at it, but got nowhere near it. And now Reece James is looking in behind, and Nkunku's pointing where he wants it, and he will get it there. And Osimhen is in and plays the ball. And Enzo Fernandez, what a dream start at Stamford Bridge. Has the clock ticked over past 5 minutes? Victor Osimhen got an assist as his first goal contribution. He continues his streak of contributing either a goal or an assist in every single game he's played in Royal Blue so far. This time providing, and Enzo couldn't really miss from there, could he? What a start! They are set to wing play. They have been the whole save. I don't know as they've played a different kind of way against us previously, but it was particularly tough against Manchester United at the beginning of the season. We ended up with a 1-1 draw. It's Hakimi bringing that down now. Whether they can fight back to get a similar scoreline on this occasion, we shall wait and see. Achraf Hakimi, no stranger to getting forward from fullback. And here's Bruno Fernandes, and Diogo Costa puts a good tackle in, and Bruno dives in to try and steal it away, but unfortunately for him, he can't. Fabio Moretti has joined Bournemouth from Juventus for £48.3 million. Not the obvious move for him, but it might be one that helps Bournemouth improve. I'm not sure where they are in the table, actually, Bournemouth, but challenging to stay in the division, one would imagine. But for the time being, we're challenging to stay top, or go, in fact, top of the division, because Liverpool managed to get themselves top of the table. Here's Musiala with a shot that got a double deflection, and Andre Onana deals with it. Thank you. It's very kind of you to play the ball in there. Look at the space for Raheem. Lovely turn by Nkunku. The pass is even better. Oh, it's dreamy stuff here at Stamford Bridge from Chelsea Football Club. It's 2-0 against the Red Devils, and we are ripping them apart, but it's all about the assist from the Ballon d'Or winner himself. Beautiful through ball. Raheem really fast and doesn't need to break stride at all to get on the end of that. Alaba nowhere near as fast as he used to be, and it showed. We lead by 2. they're taking Gerard Moreno off already for Marcus Rashford. I don't know if that's through injury or a strategical change. Very early doors from Erik ten Hag. But it's a strategical change that, within moments, nearly had the desired effect. Headed by Musiala to get that to Osimhen there. We actually might catch him on a counter-attack again here, Manchester United. And there's Struggs. And I've got Nkunku at the back post. And surely Nkunku has a third. I asked for the first time shot. He decided to chest it instead. Man United hit the woodwork at one end. Onana makes a great save at the other. Oh my lord, Victor Osimhen. Nearly 3-0 again. Try for a second time, or third if you count the first chance, but Onana makes good again. This is quite the game of football to start the week. Oh, it's a heavy touch from Antony. Musiala's forward here. Here comes Chile. And he's in the middle there, Osimhen. It's 3. Victor wants to be on the score sheet. Very nearly was with a wonderful acrobatic effort. This time a simple header from close range. Man United getting put to the sword. Alaba. Short to Sancho. Alaba again. Thiago Silva. Amrabat. They've done enough attacking in the game, Manchester United, to stand a chance of getting something from the game. But every time they try and have a shot on goal, it's either wide or Diogo Costa is equal to it. I hope that the scoreline is at least equal by the end of the game, but it will have to be one hell of a second half performance from Manchester United because they're 3 down at the break. Anthony's control is just good enough. Didn't want to commit there with Chilwell because I thought he'd just take it round me. Kvaratskhelia won that back nicely though. Marcus Rashford getting stuck in. Not just getting stuck in, but winning the ball back as well. And Bruno finds Sancho, finds Rashford. Rashford, well, we said that they might need to find a response, and they have done. It's 3-1 here in the 50th minute. Rashford hit the woodwork moments after coming onto the pitch and has now scored the goal. Moments into the second half. It's really well worked by Manchester United. Fofana misses his interception/tackle. And Rashford punishes us for the mistake. Thankfully, we've got a relatively comfortable lead still, so we won't panic just yet. But if they make it 3-2 before the 70th minute, then we will start to get a little bit twitchy. 15 goals in 21 Premier League games so far this season for Marcus Rashford. And that was a poor ball, poor switch from one side to the other, and we might be worrying about what's going to happen later in the game momentarily. Here's Achraf Hakimi now in the box, and Eriksen back to him. And Hakimi can't get past Chilwell, and will just settle it down a little bit and make sure that Man United don't get themselves back in this game. Well, intercepted by Chilwell. Little skip of speed there to get away from the defender. The ball's meant for Kvaratskhelia. It was misplaced by Chilwell after good defensive work. His interlinking play was not quite so good, and Rashford's just running around me at the moment. Eriksen back to Hakimi. Worried about the turn, worried about the pass. There's a back heel to Antony, and back to Achraf Hakimi again, and Rashford with a lovely spin, and Rashford draws the save out Diogo Costa. It's all Manchester United in this second half so far. Barely even gotten out of our own half 20 minutes in to this second period, and they are determined to get themselves something from this, United. We are determined not to let them, but at the moment, I don't really have much say in that. Rashford again involved. Evidently the manager knew that taking Moreno off and bringing Rashford on was going to make the difference, and it has done again. 3-2. Game well and truly on now. Cuts back well. Oh, Kvaratskhelia. No! My God, what a game. How Antony got away from Kvaratskhelia and Chilwell, I don't know. And how Rashford hasn't got a hat-trick in this game, only the woodwork knows. Twice hit since coming onto the pitch after half an hour. We can just get a little bit of a hold on the play and maybe grab a fourth goal just to make things a little bit more comfortable. Kvaratskelia's effort, comfortable for Onana. Well up for Kayo, really important. And Musiala trying to squeeze it back through the gap. I probably should have put my game management hat on and tried to just keep possession, but then I tried to do that and it didn't work there either. Martinez to Bruno Fernandes. There's 3 minutes to go here. The game hangs in the balance. 3-2 at the moment to the home side. It's certainly been a game of two halves, but is one half going to be weightier than the other? Or at the end of 90, are we going to be equal? And the point shared. Thiago Silva, Amrabat. They're not being quite so forward-thinking here and urgent with the ball. And time is ticking down. Anthony into Hakimi, waiting for that little burst of pace from Hakimi, but he's going backwards, and if he keeps doing that, then they won't have the chance. Anthony lofted in. Fofana wins the vital header, and Osimhen wins the next, and that will be game. We had to weather the storm. We got battered and bruised, but ultimately we come out on top. 3-2, the final scoreline. They gave everything to try and find an equaliser, Manchester United, but ultimately it wasn't enough. Arsenal next. We stay top after that win against Manchester United. Liverpool not able to take victory in their game away from home against Burnley. It was 1-1 at Turf Moor, which sees us rise back to the top of the pile. So beat Arsenal next, and we'll go into the game against Liverpool with the potential to extend the lead at the top of the table and make ourselves a little bit more comfortable. Arsenal's starting lineup will look as you see it there. Cucurella, Jose Maria Jimenez, Tony Rudiger and Tomiyasu. Rice, Burn and Erdegaard, with Saka, Jesus and Martinelli unsurprisingly still the front three. 4 wins in the last 4 games for Arsenal. They've an ageing Neymar on the bench. Other than that, not really much to call upon. New signing Cabral on the bench as well. Maybe he can offer something. But at the moment, we do look like the stronger team. We'll go and raise morale a little bit with a press conference, and then we shall see you on the pitch. It is snowing quite heavily here in North London. Thankfully under pitch heating, under soil heating, melting all of the top snow so we can play on what is probably a bit of a damp pitch actually. Fingers crossed it helps the ball zip about for us offensively and nobody does any slipping and sliding with their feet defensively. Arsenal clearly in good form. They do have a very strong 11 as well, but let's be honest, so do we. Even before we made the 200 to 200 million pound signings, we were significantly one of the stronger sides in European football, let alone just the league that we play in. But at the moment, we're very much on the back foot, and it's all Arsenal. But Reece James has denied Martinelli a couple of times now. If I could just be a little bit better in possession going forward, then maybe we think about taking the lead. In a minute, it's all Arsenal still. Martinelli and Erdegaard and Burn, and Bailey Burn with his big fat mullet gives Arsenal a 1-0 lead. I believe that's the first goal scored against us by a Patreon player in this save. Arsenal are in front. Chilwell, Kvaratskhelia looking for Enzo. It's a lovely turn on it. Needed to be, but was, so quick 1-2 with Nkunku, and Enzo's gone again. And he might find some space here, Enzo Fernandez. He really has found some space here, Enzo Fernandez. Space closed down and blocked by Jose Maria Jimenez. My first chance hasn't really come to much. And so far here at the Emirates, Arsenal are dominating with a great first half against Manchester United. But since half-time in that first game, we've not been at it. The slow, poor second half against United has trickled over into the first half here against Arsenal. Diogo Costa has to deny Burn a second goal. In the 23rd minute, Saka will take the corner. Arsenal really going for it here, but Diogo could have caught that and they'll have another bloody corner. James, Sterling. No! We asked for a pass for feet. It means you don't want a through ball. Game, if you don't mind. Thank you. Oh, lovely ball to Gabby. Saka, keep him off his left. Keep him off his left. Keep him off his left. Erdegaard, don't let him shoot on his left either. Advantage played by the referee. Advantage taken by Arsenal, but goal not secured. Reece James getting beyond his man. Sterling will look to do the same, but the pass is poor. It's intercepted though, but it falls straight back to Declan Rice, who's given it away. Oh, Sterling, please. What is going on right now? My Chelsea players are well and truly not at it. That'll be a yellow card. Come on, an equaliser before half-time. Be lovely. Beautiful ball. And we've got men over here. And Nkunku just getting into the box, cutting it back. And Kvaratskhelia tried to pick his spot rather than going for power. This time we went for power and still Ramsdale makes the save. Gotta say, we should be level at half-time despite being second best for 45 of the 47 minutes. Dink to find Sterling. Can we have as strong a second half as Manchester United had in the last game? We're going to need it if we're to get anything from the Emirates today. Good strength shown by Martinelli there. And in here to Declan Rice. And intercepted by Reece James, who gets caught on it. And Jesus looking to turn and finds Ødegaard, and Costa denies Arsenal a second. They're getting lucky at times, Arsenal, but at the same time, we're having to play well to deny them. Even when that stroke of luck does go their way, Diogo Costa's been in the way. And thankfully this time, the stroke of luck goes my way. And Musiala into Noni Madueke. It's come off the bench here to try and turn things around. And he's gotten the better of Cucurella there, which is more than Raheem Sterling did all game. Ridley Baku on for Reece James. Oh, if Nkunku struck that first time, then maybe it might have found its way into the back of the net. Enzo Fernandez trying to do the same and can't. Martinelli has actually dropped Jamal Musiala to the ground here, and he's still not up. We just paid £200 million for Jamal Musiala. Don't tell me he's now going to get injured 2 games into his Chelsea career and not be able to play for the rest of the season. He's back to his feet now, and Kvaratskhelia won that back, but decided not to take control of the ball. Just turned on the spot and battered it with his heels straight back to a bloody Arsenal man. And Nkunku looking for Kvaratskhelia now. Can this time he take control of the ball? Yes, he can. Driving his side nicely. Osimhen is here. Osimhen is still there. It's a brilliant tackle by Declan Rice. It will be a corner for Chelsea here with 10 minutes to go. But we continue to trail here as Arsenal now make a change. It's still 1-0 Arsenal. Osimhen's up for the header. And it's still 1-0 Arsenal. Need to get this down the line and quickly. Ridley Baku finds Noni Madueke looking for Nkunku. Found, well, I hesitate to say well, but found nonetheless. And Osimhen. And Osimhen to Enzo. Oh, I shouldn't have played the extra pass. That's on me. Enzo's first touch took him much further in the box than I anticipated it would do. I thought the defender was just going to be stood there in front of me. And Nkunku wins it back, but Declan Rice puts a foot in. We lose at the Emirates Stadium by 1-0. Not the result we wanted to follow that Manchester United game, but unfortunately, it's what we get. 50-50 possession, that extra shot in Arsenal's favour, ultimately is the one that makes the difference. And Liverpool win against Bournemouth, so they'll go back top of the Premier League, and it's the FA Cup next. Swansea line up very similarly to the way they did in the previous 2-2 draw. The FA Cup 4th round replay coming up. Josh Ginnelly is on the bench this time, and Cullen gets the nod up top at striker. Other than that, I think that's exactly the same 11. Maybe might have had a different goalkeeper on last time, I'm not sure, but certainly it looks very familiar. They continue to play a standard tactical vision playstyle type thing. It baffles me they called tactical vision, and playstyles in the game, because what the tactical vision is the way a team plays. That should be called playstyle, shouldn't it, really? Let's be honest. Tis what it is. EA doing EA things and not really understanding what it is that they're trying to do, but never mind, eh? Let's throw Conor Gallagher in for this one because, rather evidently, Jamal Musiala is injured for the time being. We will rotate again a little bit for this one, but not too much because we want to make sure that we get through here against Swansea City. I do not want to go out of the FA Cup. I'd love to win the treble this season, and hopefully that side will be good enough to get us through to the next round. Away to the Swansea.com stadium we go. Sterling cutting inside. Still going, Raheem Sterling. He's going all the way! Wow! What a solo goal from Raheem! Initially, I wasn't commentating on the run because he just picked up and started to run a little bit, and that's what he does. But then he just kept going and turned inside and kept going and kept going and then let fly on his left, and that is one of the best goals of the entire season. Raheem Sterling taking the FA Cup into his own hands, even though the Premier League badge is still on his arm, which is really strange. We lead by 1-0. Here's Victor Osimhen. In and around the edge of the box. Plenty of Swansea defenders back. They do have a 5-back formation, but Victor's decided to take everybody on the same way that Raheem Sterling did. Unfortunately for him, though, this time, the ball doesn't end up in the back of the net. Gonçalves will take the set piece. Can we get something from the corner instead? No, Sterling's not going to win a header. Why does it always go to Sterling in the air from set pieces? It baffles me. Conor Gallagher, Fofana. Colwell off the bar and away. Mykhailo Mudryk trying to utilise that pace. One of the fastest players in the Premier League. Misha. And Chilwell. Needs someone in that little gap there. Enzo's found in not the gap I was pointing to, but a gap nonetheless. No Madueke to Broja. Oh, the dummy, superb. Sold even me, Armando Broja, let alone the Swansea defenders around him. Lunged towards it as if he was going to take a first touch and try and maybe turn one way or the other, and actually did a 180 and goes the other way. Look, comes towards it and then it's like, no you don't, I'm going the other way. That is absolutely superb from Armando. Off the bench to seal our progression through to the FA Cup 5th round. Oh, it's a lovely through ball. Bro can get there first, which he has done. He's away here, maybe for a third. Can we make it look a little bit more comfortable? No, we can't. Good save by Fisher. It hasn't been a comfortable game. Neither of the two games have been comfortable. But does look like we're going to get the more favourable result, which is the progression through to the next round of the Cup here. And putting more pressure on Swansea to see if they crack for a third time. Ball flicked on here. Broja with a volley is absolutely superb technique, but no third goal. But time, as you can see, is ticking down here for the Swans. And I think their exit from the competition is looming large and pretty nailed on now, unfortunately for them. The further we go in the competition, though, the more difficult it's going to get. So we hope to have a favourable draw, but there is less and less chance of favourable draws the deeper in the competition you go. We have already won the FA Cup in this save, though, so it's not of massive importance to us. But whilst we're still challenging for the Premier League title, still in the FA Cup, and have our eyes and aspirations set on the Champions League, then the chance of the treble is enough to keep us going in this competition. And we have ourselves a 2-0 win and progression through to the next round. Now then, we have to go and face Liverpool, who are top of the table. We can go back top should we win it, but unfortunately we will not extend any lead at the top of the table. And actually, if we do win it, but Manchester City win, then we might not even be top. We might be second again, because actually at the moment we're third. Let's have a look and see what Liverpool's starting lineup is going to look like then. And what is the next round of the FA Cup going to be? Musiala wants to play. You absolutely can do now, sir. He had a bruised elbow from the last game and he's now back fit again for this Liverpool one. Luis Diaz on the left, Mo Salah and Diogo Jota, the rest of the front three. Two Patreon players in Liverpool's starting lineup. Justin Barrett at left back, and Bjorn Jackson at centre back, with Lenormand and Trent Alexander-Arnold rounding out that defensive unit. 4 wins in their last 5, just like Arsenal had. Arsenal got the better of us. Will Liverpool? Gravenberg. That is really poor from the Dutchman. It's not great from my guy either. Mo Salah is going to have the pace to get away from Chilwell, that's for sure. So we're going to have to be wary of that. This ball into Diogo. Worried about the cutback, worried about the cutback, worried about the cutback. Don't forget the shot too, though. Tomori's in the way. Costa makes the save, and we'll get rid of it. Corner Liverpool, 27th minute. Short Salah to McAllister. Enzo to the corner flag again. Salah this time delivers it into the middle. Oh, that's a great header by Luis Diaz at the near post that draws a save out of the goalkeeper. Very nearly. 1-0 to the Reds. They're trying the same thing again. Kvaratskhelia in the way this time. Musiala wins that header, and Nkunku will look to get this forward to Sterling, who's going to need Victor Osimhen to make me a good run. Actually, it's going to open up from Nkunku. And if he can find a good pass, which more often than not he does, we could have been in with Osimhen, but just didn't have the space to get it in. That is a lovely pass, though, and Victor Osimhen's in behind! Oh, and he couldn't have come closer. Cannoning off the bar. Enzo wins the header. Endo wins the header, and Liverpool clear. So very nearly on the counter-attack from their corner. Our goal. Salah, we had the option to switch that to Luis Diaz briefly there and elected not to do it. Chilwell slowed him up very well indeed. Mamadishvili, transfer confirmed to Leipzig. We saw that in yesterday's episode. Right, Gravenberg's putting together some tasty little bits of footwork there, but Mo Salah runs straight into Kvaratskhelia. I saw them all step in the midfield, so I thought I'd try and get in behind them, but it didn't quite work. Chile. Talk about things not quite working. There's that slide tackle. Mo Salah. No! Ball was there to be won. Tomori stepped in to try and get it and got the man instead. Didn't actually trip him or clip him. Salah's just ended up running into me and then falling off backwards, but I didn't get the ball, and as such, you give the referee a decision to make. And the decision he made was penalty Liverpool. And that is unstoppable from Mo Salah. That is as top corner as you can get from a penalty. 1-0 to the Reds in the 58th minute. Oh, Sterling's touch lets him down a little bit, but Riddler back who's on the run here, and he's going to be onside. And if you can get this inside here. Oh, and Osimhen, maybe I should have taken my time rather than trying to get the first time pass off. Sterling's intercepted that, though. Oh, God. That time I did take my time, and the gap closed. Oh, 15 or so, including stoppage to go here. And at the moment, I've barely threatened Alisson's goal in the whole game, let alone just this second half. We're going to win that back, though, through Kvaratskhelia and Ben Chilwell. And maybe we can steal a point here at Anfield. I'll look for Osimhen. I can't get there. Barrett does well. Sterling can't get to that either. I think we might be losing, you know. And as we had aspirations of going back top of the table, we're actually going to fall further away from it. Hopefully, it's no more than a few days for Enzo. He is back in the action now and able to continue on, so you'd imagine it's not going to keep him out for that long. Luis Diaz looking to keep us out from top of the table for a bit longer though, and the 1-0 scoreline that will at least stay as is, if not improve, with the amount of time that's left in the game, when he saw that Liverpool do stay top of the table. We lose 1-0 to Arsenal, we lose 1-0 to Liverpool, and unfortunately we are going to stay at least third. If not, maybe drop yet further. I'm not sure what the gap was like from third to fourth. We'll have a quick look in a moment at the league table. We are into the knockout stages of the Champions League, and we have Leverkusen at the beginning of the next episode. We are still third. City actually haven't played as of yet. They've drawn 10 games this season, though, which is remarkable, really. And Arsenal, 2 points behind us now in fourth. West Ham, 4 points behind us in fifth. Manchester United, 5 and 6th, respectively. But we're now 5 points off the top of the table. With 14 games to go, there's absolutely the chance to turn that round, but Liverpool will be less than willing to let that lead drop. 2 wins, 2 defeats today. Fine. Leverkusen, Brighton, Everton, City in the FA Cup. How's your luck? How is your luck? Fine. And then we'll look to build from there. We'll wait and see what happens in the next episode. We'll definitely play Leverkusen. We'll definitely play City. And I'm not sure which other games we'll play. I'll figure it out along the way. That will be all for today, though. Thank you very much for watching today's episode. Do drop the video a like if you've enjoyed, of course, as ever. And subscribe to the channel, and you won't miss out on any more. I'll see you tomorrow for that more.